All right, my name is Nick Krautter. I'm the CEO of City and State Real Estate. Thanks so much for joining today. I'm going to talk to you guys about 5 steps to double your business this month. Now, a lot of times people get stuck trying to find new silver bullet ways to make their business grow or to get more clients or to buy leads. And you can do that, but there's some fundamental things that you can do to reconnect with your clients, to expand your skill set that will greatly improve your business and help you get direct results. All right, so week 1. So this is 5 steps. We're going to go over it week by week. So make sure you have a notepad out and you can take notes. We're recording this, so we'll give you guys a copy to watch later, and also you will get a copy of the slides as well. So week 1, call the people you know, your top 100. So your top 100 are, of all the people you know in the world, who are the 100 people that know you, that trust you, that refer you, that come to events, that come to classes, and that make sure that, you know, the people that tell everyone at work about you and everyone at their church about you and all their friends, that if they're going to buy or sell real estate, they have to call you because you're such a great agent, you do such a great job. So these are your, what I call advocates. So, and the most important thing is to network with those people that already know you. So this isn't cold calling, this is relationship building, staying in touch with the people that already know you and trust you. And the goal, how do you figure it out? Well, if you have clients that you know for sure would work with you or do work with you over and over again, someone like a house flipper or builder who is a repeat client and who is in the business of real estate, they should be at the top of the list. Next on the list are people that always pick up the phone, that read your newsletters, that email you back, that call you back when they miss you. The people that tell you about the for sale by owner they saw in their neighborhood and take a photo of it and send it to you. Those are the people that not only are they likely to use you and refer you, but they're actively trying to help you get more business. They're referring you to people. Those are your advocates. So again, when you look at your database, there's really 2 ways to look at it. Number 1 is, what is my level of trust and relationship with these people? And the other way to look at it is, who are these clients in terms of what they need, when they're going to move, what their price point is, what the location is. So that's all information about what they need. But in terms of defining your clients by how much they know and trust you, that's what I call an advocate. A lot of people call it an A client or an A+. The goal in the first week is to call all of them. Now that might sound like a lot, but if you remove distractions and you block out an hour to an hour and a half, and you're not checking your text, you're not checking your email, and you have to not also don't answer your phone if people call you back. You got to keep calling. You can easily call 20 people a day. That only takes you Monday through Friday. You can touch base with your top 100. What I'm doing right now, just because we are in really unique times with social unrest over racial injustice in our country, and the COVID crisis still slowly coming back to normal, but it's still having a massive effect on people and daily life and the economy, is just to check in and say, you know, I wanted to say hi and reconnect. I want to see how you're doing, you know, and that's why I'm calling. Not to sell them anything, not to ask for a listing, not to ask for a referral. And you will be blown away at how responsive people are. And inevitably the question will come up, you know, well, how are things with you as the real estate agent? Again, if these are the people that know you and trust you, not only do they want to share what's going on in their life, they want to know what's going on in your life. And so you want to have a couple tidbits about the market. What I've been telling people is that our residential real estate market is doing surprisingly strong. Interest rates are down around 3%. And so homes are more affordable this year than they were last year. A lot of people are refinancing if they have the right home and don't need to move. And we've just seen a lot of people take that plunge and buy a house because it's cheaper to own than rent right now for most of our clients. So with that in mind, you know, our market is doing a lot better than expected. And it just gives people a sense of hope. Again, most of these people you're talking to are clients you've already worked with, so they already own a home. It's nice to know that even if your 401k dropped 40% and then went back up, that your house hasn't gone all over the place and you still have that equity. All right, so you've called your top 100 people, you've reconnected, you've planted a lot of seeds. I just did this in May. I actually reached out to about 300 past clients. I've been doing this for 15 years, so I've met a lot of people. And those were all people I hadn't talked to in over a year, and some of them it had been much longer. It was amazing reconnecting with these people that I had worked with. I was surprised how many people remembered me and really remembered fondly working with me in the process of buying or selling. And a handful of those folks have actually reached out to us about looking to do something right now. And that's obviously adding to our business, and it's just great to reconnect with people. All right, so that's week one. Week two, make a list. Who are your 5 dream clients that you would love to have? So the first list is the people that already know you and trust you, your top 100. Now you're going to be proactive. So this could be a house flipper. This could be a home builder. This could be, if you're in the commercial business, this could be an investor or a developer. You know, who are the people that, regardless of what's going on in the market right now, are still very active in the real estate world? You know, there is no such thing as a good or a bad market. Markets either favor buyers or sellers. We either have a lot of liquidity or no liquidity or very limited liquidity. But this is your chance to make a list of your top 5. Again, I would say home builders, house flippers, investors, developers. Those are the type of folks, if you really want to up your game, that you want to reach out to and start building new relationships and adding people to your database or your sphere of influence. All right, so now this is week 2. You've put together your list either last Friday or you're going to do it the Monday of this week, and you're going to reach out and set appointments. Now, when you do this, the best way to get an appointment is to have information that's valuable to the people you're calling. So for example, there's a new construction home builder in our market, and he was building a home 2 doors down from where I was living at the time. And I reached out to him and said, hey, you know, I live down the street. I've been watching you build this house. I'd love to take a look at it and share what I'm seeing work in terms of finishes and design, if there's things you haven't made decisions on yet. And oh, by the way, here's a report of all the new construction that's sold in the neighborhood in the last year. I wanted to give you this report so you could see what's going on in our market. And he was super impressed, because most people call and they say, hey, do you have an agent yet? Do you want to list your home? And I was calling to share information and offer to help. And actually, we met that week. We did a walkthrough of the house he was building. He told me the finishes he was going to use. I showed him a remodel I had done in my home that I thought would be really contemporary but classic, that some of the surfaces would work really well in his property as well. And that property, unfortunately for me, already had a buyer, but that same builder had 2 other homes in a different neighborhood. We sold those. We helped him buy multiple lots and sell those homes as well. And those are all high-end properties. So when you're doing this, again, make a list of your dream clients, be proactive, and again, always start with value. Have something to share with them that will help them in their business and help them know the market better and show your value and your knowledge of the market. All right, week 3, try a new strategy. Now, the cool thing about real estate is there's a million ways you can get clients and do your business. And the thing is, they all work. So you have to pick the one that you like, that fits your style, that you believe in, that you're passionate about. That might be marketing to a neighborhood that you really like or that you live in. It might be door knocking and seeing people face to face. It might be calling for sale by owners and expireds and canceleds. And it might be working by referral. So working by referral is my primary deal. 75 to 80% of our business each year comes from clients we've already worked with that work with us again, and comes from referrals from those folks. But when I started, I was new to Portland, right? I knew about 5 people when I moved to Portland, and I was brand new to real estate. And so I did a ton of open houses. And I've talked to some agents that think, geez, open houses just don't work. Well, I'm here to tell you that for me, I got good advice and I got a lot of practice, and I did probably a poor job doing open houses for the first couple 20 or 30 I did. But once I kind of learned the ropes and I kept asking for guidance and coaching from my mentors, all of a sudden my results started to really, really grow. And I can look back to my first year or two in the business and those open houses I was doing as a source of a lot of the business. And then once I had that core group of people that were that I had to basically prospect for, all of a sudden I started to have enough people that getting referrals was enough to work it. But I would say this, this is a chance to stretch yourself, learn a new skill, try something that you hadn't tried before. We don't do a lot of cold calling for sale by owners and expireds in our team, but I did a class where we learned how to do that. And in 45 minutes, I set 2 appointments. The first listing I didn't get, the second listing I didn't get, but that second person that didn't hire us regretted hiring the person they hired. They had a bad experience and subsequently used us to purchase 3 different properties. It was a house flipper home builder that was trying to sell a property on his own and then eventually hired an agent. And we did multiple deals. And again, having no experience doing that, I just kind of put myself out there, had conversations with people, had a good script to kind of start this conversation, and ended up setting appointments that day. And one of those turned into a really great client. So don't knock something until you try it. I wouldn't recommend door knocking right now, just given the COVID situation. There's a lot of folks that are not going to be excited to see strangers on their doorstep. We're just starting to do open houses again. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But there's a ton of other ways you can reach out to people and make connections and help them. All right, week 4. Show your work. So this is something that I talk to my team about all the time. And show your work is really about looking at all of the things that we do to provide great service, to try to be creative and find solutions, to kind of save the day sometimes when something goes haywire. And a lot of times it's stuff that our clients don't see. If the buyer's agent calls and says, hey, the buyers are going to terminate because of this, this, and that, you don't want to immediately call the sellers and tell them that. You want to try to fix it first. But make sure that your clients know the things you're doing. And now with social media, that audience is bigger than just your clients. That audience is the whole world potentially. And there's a lot of agents that are doing a great job showing their work. I talked to an agent in Vancouver, Washington, who has closed 30 deals by the middle of the year. And she attributes most of those closings to doing virtual Facebook Live open houses. And it sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. She just goes and shows houses to her clients, or she goes and previews homes for her clients. And she's already doing this, right? Keep in mind, you're doing this already. You're already showing homes, you're already previewing homes, you're already looking at neighborhoods. She just took the extra step of taking her phone out, starting a Facebook Live video, and going, hey, I'm doing this preview of this house in this neighborhood over here in Vancouver, and I'm really excited about it. It's this many square feet, beds, baths. It was built 19 whenever, and it's this many square feet, and here's the price. And let's take a look. Oh, here's the kitchen. I love this. So she just did a walkthrough, but she was showing people what she was doing. So make sure that when you're doing the work that you show it, because a lot of times we do great things for our clients and we do all kinds of extra kind of over the top extra credit work. And if you don't let people know about it, you don't get credit for it. So here's some ways you can do that. So, if you're previewing property, to share that not only with the client, but with your whole following on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. When you're taking listings, take photos, give people heads up. Hey, I've got this new listing that's going to be coming to the market. Your clients will be very happy that you're helping drum up excitement and interest before it's even on the market, and starting conversations and connecting with people that maybe people that you have in your database that you didn't even know were looking to move, but they see this great house that they really love, and all of a sudden off you go, you're having a conversation. Negotiations. On this one, it's a little tricky because a lot of what we do is confidential, but I think you can tell a story after the closing has happened without naming names or giving addresses, and just tell the story. You know, hey, I was helping a client sell this house. It was an estate sale. They were really worried the buyers were going to ask them to do a bunch of repairs, but we priced it right. We got multiple offers, and we were able to get a buyer that paid over asking and asked for no credits and no repairs and did a true as-is sale, and it closed a week early. That's a real story from a house that I worked on this year. Again, not sharing anything confidential, but just kind of telling the story in broad terms is a great way to share what you do with your clients and with your followers and your audience. Closings. I see a lot of people do this. This is maybe one of the things that's most widely done, is sharing new listings and photos of your buyers at the closing table, you know, holding a big cardboard key with your logo on it, or showing a photo of them or a video of them opening the door to their home the day that they get to move in. Those are all great feel-good moments that you can create for your clients and your followers, and to show your work and show what you do, and show the people you're helping so that your people can relate to them. You know, there's a lot of folks that think that buying a home might be out of reach for them, but if you can show, you know, a couple that just bought a home that looks just like them and is their age and it's a house in their price point, it might inspire them to reach out and want to work with you. All right, week 5, learn about investing and flipping. I can't stress this enough. One of the best ways to have a real estate business is having a small group of clients that do a lot of real estate. It allows you to do as many transactions as you want, but you only have to manage the relationships and expectations of a smaller group of people. It's definitely more cost effective. It's easier. The downside is if those folks go out of business or go on pause, you might not have as big of a client list to work with. But knowing how to help these folks and being involved is really critical. And in terms about investing, this is one of the core beliefs of city and state real estate, is that as you learn the real estate business and as you know your clients and as you grow your business and become more profitable and have more income, that every real estate agent should have the goal of learning and doing investing, not just for their clients, but for themselves. I have made millions of dollars helping people buy and sell real estate, but I have become wealthy by owning real estate, by owning investment properties, by owning office properties, by flipping properties. There's opportunities that come up all the time. And so having the ability and the finances to learn how to invest for yourself and to better help your clients will greatly expand what you can do. Great example of this is I had a wonderful couple that I worked with that I'm still very good friends with. I helped them sell their first house in Southwest Portland, and they bought a beautiful home in Alameda. And they kind of stretched their budget because they knew they wanted to get into that neighborhood, and they wanted a home that they could grow in and start a family in, that was in a great school district. And so after they bought the home, it was kind of funny, but they said, we loved working with you. We'll definitely refer everyone to you, but we're never moving. We're going to live in this house forever, and we're never going to do any more real estate. And it was kind of funny because that's been true. I've known them for 14 years now. Since then, they still have their house. Their daughter is in, I think, middle school now, and they haven't asked about buying or selling or changing their home. But what's been interesting is all of their investments have been in their IRAs and 401ks, which are in the stock market. And they're at a point now where they want to diversify their investments. And so we started talking recently about buying investment property. And so because I'm well versed in that, and especially I think because I do have investment properties, and I can speak to it not only as an agent, but also as an owner who knows the reality of dealing with tenants and repairs, knows the ins and outs of property management and how to manage a property properly so you can be profitable, but not let it completely go to waste, but not also over improve it and eat up all the profit. I'm in a great position to help educate them and help them find a good investment property. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that these 5 tips on doubling your business this month, that you take them to heart. I know that if you actually do this, you will double your business next month. And I would love to hear from people and share your experiences in each of these things. I'm going to sign off and let you guys get to putting together your list of top 100. Thank you guys so much for joining. All right, take care.